Hello, everyone. Welcome to Native Drums. I'm Josilia Williams, sitting in for the Reverend Dr. Ralph Canty, who is our pastor here at Savannah Grove Baptist Church. And on this evening, I have with me two wonderful gentlemen that I've interviewed before because they have a fabulous program here in Florence called Man Fathers Initiative. And we have here with us today Mr. Daniel Blathers and Mr. Anthony Green. Hello, gentlemen.
Greetings, how are you?
Hello.
Great, great. They are intervention specialists at Man Fatherhood Initiative. Am I saying that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Blathers? Okay. All right. So explain to our I was about to say listeners because I do radio. Explain to our viewers, Mr. Green, what is the job of an intervention specialist?
The job of an intervention specialist is to kind of be that come between support system between father, mother, and really provide what necessary services that may be needed in the situation. Whether it may be obstacles of non-employment, whether it may be situations of needed visitation by either the father or the mother, whether it's even a situation of a barrier where there's no communication between the two. Really to kind of bridge that gap in working in ways of new ideas, taking a holistic approach to try to bring both both parts of the parenthood back together to be civil, at least to be civil. And also to kind of bridge the gap because again, the legacy of both of the parenthood, the children itself, you know. So the intervention specialist, and not many kind of really focus on this, but the intervention specialist actually assist mother, father, where they can actually then assist the children. Yeah.
Okay, well, Mr. Blathers, what do you see is most challenging for fathers today?
One, knowing resources are available for them, and then also taking advantage of the resource. A lot of times we function in life, and a lot of people don't know what's out there. So then you fall behind the curve, so to speak, because of lack of knowledge. And I think that's one of our biggest problems that are affecting fathers now, and also just communication, being able to communicate with the mothers of their children in an effective manner that benefits the child as a whole, as Mr. Green alluded to, and just keep on the effort, the continuous effort to keep making progress, and again, everyone trying to do what's best for the child.
Because I see that is the mission of Man to Man. It says our mission is to help fathers be a positive and consistent presence in the lives of their children. So that's great. That's great. So let's talk about some of the services that you offer at Man to Man. Some, like you said, the resources. So some of the general resources, Mr. Green. Let's talk about that. Father 365. What's that about?
Fatherhood 365 was actually a fatherhood campaign that was started by the center that kind of governs our fatherhood programs across the state, which is called Center for Fathers and Family.
Okay.
And it was a campaign that they initially started there to highlight the fatherhood services that we have across the state and to actually help in the ways of recruiting as well. When you hear 365, of course, and back to you mentioning the services, being consistent, most time when a father feels and sees that he's doing things right, anytime you're doing something good, you want to try to be consistent with it versus if you're not doing something well, not want to be consistent with it. But to be consistent in the ways of practicing to be the best father that you can. The campaign 365 actually highlighted the ideas of that, to practice on those things that you know, that you've experienced, that you've learned through fatherhood programs on how to be the best parent you can. So right away, the additional services, I would say, the biggest coming into the door is the unemployment factor. Many that we have been many have been referred to our program, and many volunteers that come in by way of. Many of them need jobs. And Mr. Blathers can tell you as well as I can, one of the bigger issues we've come across with that is the fact that individuals have, I guess I say in many ways, have kind of forgotten how to apply for a job. Because, once learning those skill set and, proper interview skill,
Right.
learning proper speaking, communication skills and so forth, the hands-on, a lot of that kind of isn't really practiced as much. So in many ways, we come across that some found it easy to get the job, but the hardest part was remaining on the job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I see here you have training programs when it comes to employment, 'cause in your employment resources, and learning how to do a resume or any, things of that nature.
Learning the resume, we even would do what's called a job development boot camp, where for a week long, starting from Monday to Friday, we would do practice simulation classes that of like being at a job. Each day would be a different actual class and learning, training part of it. Everything from learning how to interview, body language, the appropriate things to say for the interview, the time factor. And then there would be days where we would also show them what's called understanding your digital footprint, where many people think to apply for a job, not realizing that the individuals that you're trying to get a job with are going to research you.
Oh, yes.
They're going to check your social medias. So when they do that, what are they going to see? And what's on your social media? Let's turn the tables. We ask the individual, let's say you're the employer and that person is trying to get a job with your company. So you check their social media. So what comes up on it? Would you hire you? That kind of thing.
Right.
So we get them to say, okay, we want you, we try to practice with them in learning ways of how to invest in yourself. If you're serious about obtaining a job and a job that can actually earn you enough where you can really take care of your bills, really be able to save, really be able to factor in on some financial literacy type things where you can show your kids later on how to save.
That's good. The financial literacy piece, yes.
Right. Stay and practice that, but then at the same time, how to tie a tie. Beyond the mock interviews, I think around what we would do is on Thursdays of the week, we would actually bring in employers. And so they're actually talking to the individuals that may be hiring them. And of course, by Friday of that week, that's the graduation. We would do an actual graduation simulation, full cap and gown and everything, and graduation music playing in the background. We present them with the incentives and so forth. So that was the job boot camp, of course, that we would do for that, just to instill that up. But to kind of bring it back to the realization again, always leave room to learn new things about trying to advance yourself.
Right.
So,
right.
and in many ways, it worked pretty well because some of them have jobs and getting paid more than us.
Oh, well, oh, wow.
Right.
That's a great thing.
Right,
Yes.
Well, Mr. Blathers, let's talk about, you were talking about different classes that you do offer. Let's talk about a program that you did have called Reality Check.
Yes,
and you're wearing the polo now, which is really nice. And tell us about Reality Check.
So Reality Check is a program based for high school age young men. And we will go into the different high schools and basically it's similar to a life skills program, but it gives a little bit more in depth into like if you became a father, what would that look like?
Okay.
But also preventing like setting up your goals. We have a thing called a success sequence where you get your education first, you get a job, you get married, and then you have kids. So that would be the natural order of things. But what happens if it happens out of order? So then now what would be the challenge that you would have for having a child, say in high school, and you still want to pursue your college goals? Showing them how to still obtain that to navigate life with making a plan for yourself. But it also, what does it look like if child support was part of your equation? What does it look like co-parenting? What does it look like establishing a positive relationship with your child's mother? What does a healthy relationship look like? So it's like a lot of things that we may talk about in our parenting classes with adults. We try to put it in the eyes of our youth so they can make a positive decision about their lives going forward, but having the knowledge of what happens if things go off and we can still be successful at it.
So I see here under general resources, it says tips for teen fathers. So that would be some of the subject matter, like you said, that you would talk about.
Yes.
Some of those tips, can you give us a couple of those tips maybe that they may need to? You said the relationship between them and the mother and
Well, a lot of times, we look at high school and we look at teenagers and the teenage love thing and the infatuation and how far
Yeah.
it goes. But we also have to understand it may materialize into your adulthood and the decisions you're making now.
Yes.
As a youth, we don't want you to have the adult problems per se. So yeah, it's good to date now, but be careful about what you do. Again, we explore the options of, hey, what does your life look like in your vision? Oftentimes we did a session with I think it was our Hartsville group, and I asked them, how do you want to live? So they have to paint the picture. Hey, I want this car, this house, this job. So what does it look like? How many kids you want to have? So they may say, I want a wife, 2 kids, this and that. Okay, fine. What is your plan for your education? What is your plan to get the job? Other part is who you're going to marry. And then what happens if it doesn't go that way? Let's factor in maybe if there's an outside child and what does child support look like, money going out of your house versus if I took the positive step to have all my kids in my house with me. Let's look at the financial difference. So those are challenges that our kids have to face now that a lot of them are not thinking about. Right now, a lot of things are fun. Social media might teach a different value system, but we have to go back to traditional values, at least to let them know what it is.
That's right. That's right. Now, Mr. Green, in your reality check classes, I know as we were talking earlier, in Mr. Blather's class were basically young men, but you had some young ladies in your classes. So now, how did they receive the situation of reality check? The women.
I must say, honestly, it was the young ladies that really brought more of an interest to talk in class and have the reality check
Okay.
class sessions. Some of the young men were kind of, I guess to say, in ways timid at first, kind of want to sit, and kind of elbows on the desk and kind of wait. Let me kind of, warm up to this kind of topic or whatever this is. But the young ladies were more willing to speak about it and talk about it and share and give input. And that actually caused the young men to want to talk later on. The further we got into the weeks of the classes, that primed the pump. And so they were more willing and opted to talk and share. And before long, you had the entire rooms sharing and engaging in the topic and giving out information. And a good portion of the classes, like you said about priming the pump, we would start the topic, but then allow them to come with the answers about what the topic was that we were talking about and give us their experiences of things and what they thought. It was always better to allow them to give their answers because it continued that thinking process. Because generally, the main goal was to get them to think of the betterment of these situations that they were speaking from self-experiences and things, and what new ideas. We would say we're here in the class, but 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? And what are you doing to actually make that a reality? So the young ladies, they brought the class to life even more, and it actually encouraged others to kind of join in. So yeah.
Yeah, great. Now
Yeah.
we girls can go,
That's right.
and then some of them will let you have
That's
it. What
right.
they?
That's right. That's right.
Mr. Blathers, I understand that you are the one that can calm. How can I say it? Calm the nature of the beast when it comes to legal services. Going into the courtroom, so I see there are legal resources that you offer. So let's talk about that, the legal resources that you offer. And I know that sometimes it gets rough, and I can totally understand that. I've been in a situation where you have to go into a legal situation, and it gets
Yeah.
friction, and just so it's good to have someone who can be that peace for a gentleman. So let's talk about that, about the legal resources that Man to Man offer.
So just to even lead into that, it's always said sometimes when the elephants fight, it's the ground that suffers. And a lot of times parents don't get along. And then, of course, there is the family court system.
Yeah.
We meet a lot of our fathers and mothers at family court, whether or not it's a child support issue, but also we've done sessions for child protective services also when children are removed from the home, and there's a treatment plan for parents to get their kids back. But to also go back to the family court situation, we do help with visitation, modifications, and assist, as Anthony alluded to, helping with employment so fathers can afford to take care of their child support obligations. A lot of things now, as we spoke of earlier, is misinformation. So one thing we do, we provide sessions on financial management, but also understanding the child support system. A lot of people may go by old thoughts and things and cases that may have happened to their friends or family and thinking, well, this happened to this person, mine's gonna be either the same or less. But there are also new laws, different things that are in place nowadays that everyone needs to be aware of. And I think that's where we come in as a program to be able to go out and educate fathers and mothers again about the new laws and challenges that's in family court. Also being able to direct them to other agencies that can help them, such as legal aid, or if they're, in need of housing, notify them of different shelters and things within Florence County, vocational rehab. But we provide them with information to try to improve the total man.
Right.
But the family court situation is kind of tricky at times. So knowing the laws.
Okay, well, it's good to know that you've got their backs, because I understand you're a strong one for that. You agree, Mr. Green?
I agree. I agree.
All right. So, educational resources. Let's talk about that. Adult education and things of that nature, Mr. Green. How those services. How does that work with our programs?
We have partnerships with the adult education institutions, and because we have the partnership with them, we're able to actually go in and provide actually the same type program we're just speaking of, like Reality Check. We were able to kind of go in and introduce that program to them and kind of bring that different but yet still good scholastic type to those particular students. And when you're dealing with adult ed, you have the students that may range anywhere from 14 to 24. And to introduce that to them, and then not only that, but to kind of set up some new endeavors of ideas of goals, whether it's college, 4-year, 2-year, whether it's straight get a job, or whether it's idea to connect to other resources. Because again, when we're introducing our Man-to-Man Fatherhood program to them,
Right.
not only is it the reality check pilot program, but we're also introducing our resources and our connections to them. And we tell them all the time, even from this standpoint, if you have a resume, if you don't have one, we can get with you. Of course, we can help, get one established.
Right.
But also use us as references because we're spending time with you. We know you.
Oh, yeah.
And then also the idea again to say, what's the extended goal? Where do you see yourself being again 5 years from now? Or what are some of the things that you want to do? And when are you going to start working on them? If you don't have a plan right now, when are you going to start one? Because at this point, it costs to live. And when you're in a room such as a school and so forth, and even it being adult ed, it costs to live. So it's costing to be in this room right now. So we say, when are you going to get started? What's your plan? If you don't have a plan now, let's sit down and let's talk about a plan. Not to leave anybody out in the room. Everybody has to at least give some type of idea of either what you want to do or if you know what you want to do. And that's it. So it's worked out so well that not only do they have us, they have the adult ed teachers, they have our program partners. And moving forward, and Mr. Blair will tell you, we kind of track them. Because once they're finished there and they go on, when they're employed and we stop at certain places and restaurants and so forth, Mr. Blair, which is a very good feeling because we're looking at it, one of the students. And so, and then even connecting them to other resources that they may need for their homes and personal lives and so forth like that. So, still a continued thing. We like the fact of being able to track, can continue track of them. We tell them all the time, stay in contact with us too. Because it's hard for us to assist you if we don't hear from you or if we can't find you. So, yeah.
But that's a good thing. The tracking is a good thing because there's so many programs that don't do that.
Right.
They just give them what they're going to give them and then they leave them out there
Exactly.
to fend for themselves. So it's great to know that you are tracking them. Now, health and wellness is universal. And so, Mr. Blathers, let's talk about your health resources programs that you offer.
So even within our course curriculum, which covers everything from parenting, healthy relationship, economic mobility, we do have a health component. So we do peer group sessions on men's mental health and also men's physical health. And then there's also a health screening that's done at the end of our curriculum where we bring in program partners such as Care South, Well Vista, Hope Health, and other health resources throughout the counties that we serve. And they will come in and provide them with blood pressure checks, cancer screenings, and other monitor other health issues. And then also, if there's something that we find that's severely wrong, then they're referred out to, any hospital that's local. So these are a lot of things that people can come take advantage of. And one thing about our program is 100% free, so it doesn't cost anything. So any topics that we cover, so all we need is your time, your honesty, and your effort. So all these other things are available to you, as Anthony alluded to, other resources that you may not know exist, but that's our purpose, is to connect you with them if we can't do it ourselves.
That's good to know. That's good to know. And you mentioned mental health services. That's a biggie because so much is going on in our heads in this 21st century. So how do you execute that?
Well, oftentimes for a lot of men, we never get a chance to really talk about things or express our feelings and how we feel about certain things. So that's one of the main things about our peer group sessions that we host at different counties, and each office has their specific time. But like ours here in Florence is 10 a.m. on Mondays. And all the different topics that we cover, whether or not it's co-parenting, healthy relationships, talking about credit, anything that will help improve the man or the woman themselves. but we have to explore those issues because a lot of times we don't get a chance to talk about it. And a lot of the sessions that we have, we get some guys that may come in and say, man, this is the first time I ever talked to a group of guys. And they're in their 50s. Or they actually are, excuse me, are actually heard by somebody and not judged. Because a lot of times when they go places, they're looked at as, why are you seeking help? Be a man, tough up, go out and find a job and deal with life.
Right.
But the stresses of life that most people don't see, we don't often get a chance to let it out.
That's right.
And so therefore, whether or not it's during group session or if they want a one-on-one session to talk, or in each of our offices also we have a game room that fathers are allowed to come in, and if they just want to come in the office and go get on Pac-Man for an hour, don't even want to talk about anything, just to kind of
to relieve their
have a
stress.
place just to unwind, let the hair down, and if they choose to talk or they want to get online, look up jobs, or just take a break from life, we're there for them. So that's always one of my biggest things, to see someone making a stride, especially mentally. But my biggest thing and my joy is to see fathers reconnecting with their kids and putting their families back together.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now you mentioned your office here in Florence. So there are several locations that you have. So Mr. Green, school us on these locations.
Well, starting with Florence, of course. In Florence is the office. We're located on 1807 West Evans Street, Suite C, and
Beside Truist Bank.
beside the Truist Bank, of course. That's in Florence, and then we'll span over to Darlington, of course. We conduct classes there every Wednesday, 3 p.m. And we are fortunate to utilize a office space inside of the Florence Darlington Tech satellite campus in Hartsville.
Oh, okay.
On
I
all,
didn't know there was a satellite campus.
it is
in
a satellite
Hartsville.
campus there.
Okay.
Main campus on 52.
Right.
So satellite campus in Hartsville, and most of my Darlington and Hartsville participants come to that location for classes. And if we span from Darlington, we go to Marlboro County, and our main office is in Bennettsville. Office is located on Parsons Street,
Yes.
right there in Bennettsville, of course. And classes there are held, I think it's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Yep.
2 p.m. Our sessions there. If we span from Marlboro County and then we go to Dillon County, we have peer group sessions there. And I'm forgetting the address; it escapes me at the moment. But I have an office in Dillon. Classes there are Thursday as well. Or is it Tuesday? Tuesday, 2 p.m. Peer group sessions there. And I'll contact me. I'll definitely get you the address for that location. It'll span to Marion.
Okay.
Marion County. We have office space and located on 1305 North Main Street in Marion. And classes there are held every Thursday at 2 p.m. And all of our classes are about an hour and a half long. We try to, keep and respect the time of the participants. Many of the participants, and Mr. Blas will tell you, they'll know when class is about to end, and they want to start a whole nother conversation. And so by law, we go a little bit further,
Well, that's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
Yes.
And many times through the session, not only are we providing the facilitation of the topics that we're covering, but we're also connecting them to the resources as well. So we're connecting to the employment. We're connecting them to speak with the person about their driver's license, which, as a matter of fact, Mr. Blathers helped 3 people get their license back today.
Wow.
Yes, it's awesome.
Back in that legal thing.
The legal thing again. And driver's license, even if they need some type of shelter, some type of home situation. So we're connecting to all of these either through the session or either after the class time session. So we're constantly doing things because most folks clock out at 5 o'clock. Mr. Blair will tell you, we're still at that office well past 5, and we're still connecting to participants in certain situations of what they need. And again, it doesn't cost the individual, whether they're referred to our program. We have a partnership with Department of Social Services.
Okay.
We get referrals from them, both fathers and mothers. We get volunteers that come to the program. We have many mothers that have seen and followed our program on our social media pages. And many of them have contacted us and said, I want my son in your program. I want my daughter in your program. And we let them know, all we require really is just a commitment for them to actually take what we're doing serious,
Right.
invest in us trying to help you be better. And we don't charge a fee for that. And through the sessions, of course, I say this too, we provide a meal during our sessions, because we found that those that have attended our program, many of them by way of volunteers and so forth, circumstances finding out afterwards, a lot of these individuals have not eaten that day.
Oh,
a lot of
my.
them have not really eaten in days. So the meal that we're providing during our class session, that's their only meal.
Wow.
So again, the basis of all of this, Josiah, really is to take away from the individuals that are in our program, to take away the I can't, I didn't have, I didn't know, and I couldn't. So now that we've satisfied all that, what you gonna do? So give us a commitment to help us to help you. And it's been working. It's been working quite a bit. January 2026, Lord willing, coming will be 9 years for me. And I think
February 1st will make 10 for me.
Wow.
10 years for him. So it's from what we've seen, each year it's working even more. We've gotten even more people in the program, and we've gotten even more program partners to assist us. So it's working.
I remember the last interview I did with you all. The studio was just filled with gentlemen,
Yes.
and each one of them had their own initiatives they were
Yep.
working on.
Yep. Yep.
So that was great. That's great. That's great. So, about how many men do you think that you have served, or you're serving, or just a ballpark figure of the overall, with all the overall counties? How many hundreds, thousands?
That's a lot. I would say probably over 250 this past year. So actually, let me back up. Over 300 this past year. Because even our goal was 285.
Okay.
So we
you set a
surpassed
goal
that.
every year. Great.
So we surpassed that. We even surpassed our goal with our youth initiative. So just being able to just go out and be effective in our community.
That's right.
We go, like I said again, courts out in the community, into the schools, and also into the prisons. Anthony does Darlington and Marion County Prison. They go into the one in Bennettsville and also Dillon County. But to actually be able to go there and make a difference.
Right.
This guy was able to bring outside resources into a prison where they get health screenings, cancer screenings. And that's a big difference to someone who's kind of lost hope.
Right.
And now they're able to leave with a plan, leave with better resources, knowing that, hey, I've made this improve my life. I've established a reconnection with my kids. I found a different way to deal with family, but I'm not giving up. I make the best of my time, but when I'm out, hey, we on the ground running, and
Oh yeah.
seeing guys that have been released, that have been back in touch. Hey man, I found this job.
Yeah.
I've got my license back. I'm driving, and this someone you first meet them, it's like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but now they're leaving with a plan, and and to actually see the success happens, that give us all the pride and joy we need.
I know,
That's
that's
the
right. That plan is vital, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, some of us don't even have plans out there, but that plan is vital to have that roadmap. Now, that address in Dillon is 206 East Roosevelt Street.
206 East Roosevelt Street. Thank you so much. You can't
Yes.
miss it. You'll see the man-to-man side when you're going down Main Street in Dillon. You will see the sign from the road. You can't miss it.
Great, great. Well, my last question is about funding. So I know you accept donations, correct? So how can they give if someone wants to give to Man to Man?
Oh, they can definitely go to our social medias. As a matter of fact, our Facebook page, Man to Man Fatherhood Initiative of South Carolina. They can go to the Facebook page, and on the page, you'll see all of our information. They'll see some of our success stories. And I think also the website, mantomanfathers.com, I think it is.
mantomanfathers.com. That's
.com.
right.
On there, you'll also be able to scan the QR where you can actually give a donation.
that way.
Yes. And if all else fails, they can definitely go to the website or the Facebook page, contact us by the office number. We have folks at the phone ready
All
that
right.
will answer the phone if you have a donation. Absolutely. We have done quite a bit with less. And given the opportunity to receive assistance and funding and support allows us to do even more.
Right.
We're very good at reporting. So, if anybody wants to know, listen, we've done very well with our reporting. We will show you what we've done. And not only will you see it by the paper, the black and white paper and the numbers, but you'll see it by the evidence of the people and the families that we've strengthened.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Because I know, and you both of you have said it more than once. The services are free.
Free.
They're free services. So everyone who has a favorite charity, make Man to Man your favorite charity for 2025, 26.
Yes, that'd be great. As a matter of fact, this year marks our 25th year in service
Really?
provider. Yes.
2025.
Yep.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
On
Thank you.
25 years. Well, gentlemen, it has been really a pleasure talking with you. You know, I always enjoy it whenever you all come.
That's right. Enjoy you as well.
Yes, because you all are doing so many wonderful things in the community and so many great things for families and for men, for fathers. And that's definitely, because the priests of the house,
Come on.
you know. So you all are creating priests of these households.
There we go.
Thank you ever so much. And the doors swing open for you to come back again. And you can come back to Daily Joy
That'll
at
work.
any time.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
for
Thank
having us.
you ever so much. And thank you, everyone, for watching here at Native Drums. This is Josilia Williams sitting in for the Reverend Dr. Ralph W. Canty, who is the pastor of our illustrious Savannah Grove Baptist Church, where faith is the soul of our experience. Have a great evening.